Thank you and welcome to the show this morning. The topic this morning is challenges of African American youth, and we're fortunate to have with us this morning to talk about some of the challenges faced by African American youth today, members of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, brought to us this morning by Pastor KWalker. And Pastor Walker, let's have you to give us some information, make some statements in reference to your background, education, and some of your experiences, and then introduce the individuals that you have with you this morning, and then we'll give them an opportunity to say something about their background, and then we'll get into this second segment, and then we'll start talking about some of the challenges.
Well, first of all, Dr. Haynes, let me say thank you to you again for giving us an opportunity to come on here and talk about some of the issues that we feel like are very necessary to talk about. Your program has always been a forum that gets the information out. It's very informative. So I just want to thank you first and foremost for that. My name is KWalker. I pastor the Hands of God Christian Church. We're located at 600 North 2nd Street out here in East Nashville. I was born and raised here in Nashville. Made an attempt through the public school system to get an education. I was one of the bad guys, and that didn't work out too well, but I ended up going into the Navy, spent a little time in the Navy, got out, Navy, went through OIC, got a GED, went to Tennessee State for a little while, didn't make it there, was strung out on drugs all during that period of time, and ended up incarcerated in the state prison system, and got out of there, continued a life of crime, and then in 1986, God called me into ministry, and I've been doing works of ministry ever since. Got involved with the NAACP a few years ago, met some very, very good people that are here right now with me, and just like to introduce Ms. Sydney Pritchard. She's the president of the NAACP Youth, and Mr. Joe Goldthread, he's the chairperson of the Youth Advisory Council, of which I'm a part of, and I'm delighted to be working with Joe because he's got a history with the NAACP that dates back to his childhood, so I'm delighted and just really excited to be working with him. Ms. Pritchard.
Now, Ms. Pritchard, why don't you give us some information about yourself, background, education, that kind of information, and then Mr. Goldthread will give us some information, and then we'll end this first segment of the show for today.
Well, I'd like to thank you for letting us on here today. My name is Sydney Pritchard. I'm the president for the Youth Committee and Council for the NAACP. I'm a native Nashvilleian. I go to Hume-Fogg High School. I'm a sophomore, and that's about it for the most part.
Very good. Ms. Goldthread, give us some information. Since she, as a sophomore, really don't have that much of a life, she's telling us. But let's give you an opportunity to take some of her time to tell us about yourself.
Well, my name is Joe Goldthread. I graduated from Pearl High School, went to vocational tech out there on White Ridge Road, trades. Trades has been my lifelong success. I lived here in Nashville for all my life. I've been with the NAACP for 55 years. I was a junior NAACP person, and now I am chairperson to bring the youth back to be able to go out and do the things we used to do.
Very good. And so, Pastor Walker, we're saying that the NAACP is still a very, very important organization.